people have joined. So just let me wait for 1 minute. 1:32 exactly, I'll start off. Okay, fine. Let me share my screen. Okay, so just recall, in the last classes we have started with the rectifier with filter. I've explained you how the half wave rectifier with filter will work. Okay, that is one of the very important questions. Okay, so in the exam they may ask you, explain half wave rectifier with the filter. Okay, in that case you need to explain the complete whatever I've explained you, like how the charging will happen, how the discharging will happen and all that. Let me open the page. Okay, so what happens, the capacitor will charge to the peak value, the capacitor will charge to the peak value and then it will start discharging. Okay, after it starts discharging, this discharging will happen until this V in voltage, whatever V in we are applying, whatever voltage V in we are applying, it is greater than Vc. Vc is nothing but the voltage here. Okay, the capacitor voltage is denoted as Vc. Until V in greater than Vc, my diode will be off. Okay, once V in is greater than Vc, then again the diode will be on. It means that it will be shorted. So that is the reason we are getting the waveform in this way, the waveform which is represented here. Okay, so here what I need to do, I need to calculate gamma. Gamma is nothing but VR RMS value of the ripple divided by VDC. Okay, so this is how I will be able to calculate this. You all know. Okay, so now in order to find VR RMS and VDC value, so let us do some analysis. Okay, so analysis from the say I need to find the this ripple factor. So in order to find this ripple factor, what I have done, I have taken the output equation. Okay, so from here to here, from here to here, it indicates the VR peak to peak. Okay, so that's what I've represented here. From here to here, it is VR peak to peak. Okay, now I need to find this VR peak to peak value. Okay, in order to find this VR peak to peak value, what I need to do, I need to find from here, this portion to this portion. Okay, so I've named as 0 O B A. Okay, O to A, the voltage is Vm. Okay, so or V maximum minus from here to here. If I want this portion AB, I can subtract OB from OA. Okay, I can subtract OB from OA so that I'll get AB voltage. Okay, so which is nothing but from OB. OB is nothing but minimum voltage across the capacitor. Okay, so this is a minimum voltage. Okay, from here to here, whatever voltage I am getting in the capacitor, that is a minimum voltage. Okay, so that minimum voltage is given by V minimum. Okay, so using the V maximum and V minimum, I have shown you how to calculate V minimum. So this is what the equation we have got. V minimum equation we have got like this, and from this V maximum and V maximum is Vm. Okay, from V, by using V minimum and V maximum, we have got VR peak to peak. Okay, so VR peak to peak is obtained. Okay, now you may ask me one more question, ma'am, why VR peak to peak is required? Okay, so I'll just explain you. I'll go back to the circuit. Let me just check whether it started. Okay. Okay, fine. So see here, I need to find the VDC value because here gamma is nothing but the ripple factor is nothing but VR RMS divided by VDC. So if I want to know VDC, VDC is nothing but the average value. So when you try to find the average value for this waveform, your waveform, you may have the VDC somewhere here. Okay, so let me name this as VDC. Okay, let me name this as VDC. Okay, so if you observe this VDC, VDC is nothing but from here to here is VDC. Let me just come back. From this portion to this portion is your VDC. So I need this VDC value from this ground point to this VDC. I need to know what is the value. You may ask me, Mom, why exactly here? Because we are finding the average value of the ripple factor. So this is a ripple waveform. So this is the ripple waveform. So somewhere exactly at the middle. Ideally, it should be at the middle. Okay. So that's why I've taken that middle point of this VR peak to peak. From here to here, it is VR peak to peak. VR peak to peak. Okay. So I need to find out the center value of this VR peak to peak. Okay. So which is nothing but from this point to this point will give me VDC. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? Let me know this. Okay. Others also please try to respond. Okay, so from here to here is VDC. So I need to find this VDC value. So in order to find this VDC, I know from here to here what it is. From here to here what it is, VDC is nothing but from here to here it is nothing but VM minus, see, from here to here it is VM. If I subtract this portion from this portion, I'll get this portion, right? Let me draw it once again. I'll take different color and draw it. See the struggle or whatever I am writing here, it is only to make you clear with how we are calculating. Okay, so let me take other color. Okay, so this is my VDC value. This center point is my VDC value. Now what I need to do, I need to find from this ground point to this voltage, this VDC I need to find out. In order to find this VDC, what I can do, this I know already, which is nothing but VM. What I'll do from this VM, I'll subtract half of this VR peak to peak. See, from here to here, it is VR peak to peak. So this portion, the top portion will be nothing but VR peak to peak by 2. Okay, so what I'll do to calculate VDC I'll take as, otherwise let me draw the diagram once again. Something like this it is, right? Something like this it is, right? So from here to here it is VM. Only VDC calculation I'm showing you. This is a ripple which I have. This is a ripple. This is how I'll have the output waveform. So I already calculated what is the voltage from voltage of this VR peak to peak. This I've already got. That is nothing but VM by FRC. Okay. Now I need to find the average value. Average of what? This output signal. So if you take the average, I'll have somewhere exactly at the half of this point, half of the ripple. Okay. So now I need to find this VDC value. VDC value is from this ground point to this portion is your VDC. Okay, this portion is your VDC. In order to find VDC, what I'll do, VDC I will write as VM. From here to here it is VM. I know this. And I need to subtract this portion. And you know that it is nothing but VR peak to peak by 2. Because this total is VR peak to peak. Half of it will be VR peak to peak by 2. So if I subtract this portion from this VM, I'll get this VDC. Okay, so VDC is nothing but VM minus VR peak to peak by 2. Anybody have doubts here? Please ask me. Anybody has doubts here? Please ask me. Are you following?
Yes.
So now let us again state one more point here. VM. See this VR peak to peak you have, right? You already have got VR peak to peak by 2. Okay, so VR peak to peak. Generally, this VR peak to peak will be in millivolts. Okay, VR peak to peak voltage, whatever we'll get from here to here, this VR peak to peak voltage will be in millivolts. Okay, since it is in millivolts, and VM will be in volts. Okay, like 12 volts, 9 volts, like that. So VM will be in volts and this will be in millivolts. So what you can do, you can eliminate this and you can write VDC is nothing but VM. Okay, VDC is nothing but Vm. Okay, so directly we have got a VDC value, and let us we'll use this formula later. Don't worry. There is that VR peak to peak is equal to Vm by FRC is there. No, this will be using in future. Okay, anyway, VDC is nothing but Vm minus VR peak to peak by 2, and generally whatever VR peak to peak will be getting, it will be in millivolts, so that can be neglected. So since this can be neglected, half of it will be still neglected. So VDC is nothing but Vm. So let me name this as 1. Okay, let me name this as 1. And let me name this as 2. Okay, even if you use this formula Vm FRC, okay, so this F is 50 hertz, okay, Vm might be from 12 volts, RC, R will be in kilovolts, and this will be in microfarad. If you just simplify, still you get it in millivolts only. Okay, so since the VR peak to peak value is very less, we can eliminate it, we can neglect it. Okay, so finally VDC is equal to Vm. So out of gamma is nothing but VR RMS divided by VDC. We have got VDC. Now we need to find RMS value of the ripple. Okay, so what is the ripple you have? So let me consider the signal band. This is how it is. Okay, so if you just observe the waveform, it looks like sawtooth waveform. Do you know how the sawtooth waveform will be? Have you people heard about this sawtooth waveform?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it looks like the sawtooth waveform. So what we are going to do here is we are assuming, because to get the ideal ripple factor, what we'll do, we'll just assume that this is in the form of a sawtooth waveform. Okay, as it is looking like the sawtooth waveform, we'll consider that sawtooth waveform, which will be this way. It's not exactly same, but anyway the charging time is very less. Okay, since the charging time is very less, I have neglected the charging time and I've taken a straight line there. Okay, so this looks like the sawtooth waveform. So for this sawtooth, this is nothing but the ripple. Okay, for this ripple I need to find the VR RMS value. Okay, so if you just recall, I have told you when we were finding the RMS value of the sinusoidal signal. Okay, so it is nothing but the triangular signal, right? So it is nothing, it is like this. It is nothing but the triangular signal. Okay, so for this triangular signal, if you try to find the RMS value, here RMS value will be something I have told you. Anybody remembers the RMS value of the sinus, sorry, square, this triangular waveform? I have mentioned. Have you understood my question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my question is, see, first this is my output waveform. It looks like the sawtooth waveform. So I have taken the sawtooth waveform representation. Okay, so this sawtooth waveform, if you observe, it is looking like the triangular waveform. So we need to find the RMS value. So in general, how will you find the RMS value? This VR indicates the ripple. Okay, so for this ripple, you need to find the RMS value. So how will you find the RMS value? How will you find the RMS value? Generally, how will you find the RMS value? It is a time varying signal only, right? It is a time varying signal only. So how
Yes, ma'am.
will you find the RMS value? Root mean square value. You take root, like you'll take a root mean value in the sense over one time period, time period. Then since it is a like continuous signal or the analog signal or time varying signal, so what you need to do, you need to square individual point and then integrate it. Okay, so integral over one period. Okay, integral 0 to t or 0 to t by 2, whatever it may be. So one period you need to take integral this waveform. Let me just denote it with some sawtooth waveform, no, Vs of t. Okay, so Vs square of t dt. Okay, so I need to take the square I need to take the mean. I need to take the mean, and then I should also take the square root. Okay, so this will give me the RMS value of this triangular waveform. Okay, so in order to find the RMS value of this triangular waveform, I have given you the procedure in my notes, but all that is not required. If anybody is interested, if you really want to know how to find the RMS value, you can just use that. See here what is happening. It is not to the ground level. It is like there is some offset present. So what we'll do, we'll remove that offset. Okay, or we'll remove that offset and we'll bring it to the ground point. Okay, and this is how the signal will be. Okay, so for this signal, you need to find the time period of this is 0 to t, and for this signal, you need to, this is my V sawtooth waveform Vs of t. Okay, for this I need to find the RMS value. So if I want to find the RMS value, I need to know what is the equation of this signal. How will you find the equation of this straight line? You need to find the equation. Vs of t equation is required, right? So if you want to find the RMS value, you need to know what is Vs of t, so that you'll be able to take the square of that. Okay, so Vs of t is nothing but the equation representing this waveform, right? So over one time period. So how will you get the equation for this straight line? How will you find the equation of a straight line? Why nobody is answering? Nobody knows this answer? Amandeep? 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 Karthik?
Ma'am?
Huh? You don't know how to... Huh? What?
I think y2 minus y1.
Y2 minus y1?
Divided by x2 minus x1.
What it will give me?
Slope.
Huh?
Slope.
Slope. Okay, fine. But I'm not asking you to find the slope of this line. I'm asking you to find the equation for this line.
Y is equal to mx.
Y is equal to mx plus c, right? So using this, you'll be able to find the equation for this particular straight line. Okay, so when you find the equation for this straight line, what you can do, you can just substitute it here. Okay, in place of Vs of t, you can substitute that, take square of it, and over one time period from 0 to t. Okay, so this time period will be t now, t here. Okay, so when you take all this, let me consider that this peak value is Vs and this peak value is minus Vs. So when you try to take the RMS value for this, here RMS value will be equal to, here RMS value will be equal to VR RMS of this peak, this sawtooth waveform, VR RMS will be equal to, when you try to find the equation of the straight line and substitute it in this equation, then you will get as VR RMS is equal to Vs by root 3. Okay, so only thing, you need not do the derivation or you need not show all this directly. You can write here that since after this step, what you can write is since it looks like this sawtooth waveform, which is nothing but the triangular function, so the RMS value of the triangular function is given by VR RMS is equal to some Vs by root 3. Okay, this much you can write here. After this step, directly you can write this. Here I'm just showing you how to calculate it. You can just find in my notes. I've given it very clearly. If anybody is interested, you can you can just check for the sake of learning. That's it. Okay. Otherwise, you can directly write that equation. Okay. So here what I'm doing, since it looks like the sawtooth waveform, I am equating it to the sawtooth waveform, and since it is having the offset voltage, which will become difficult for me to find the equation. So what I'm doing, I'm just removing the offset and I'm bringing it back to the ground level. Okay, and the time period here is from 0 to t. Okay, because you had the waveform in this way, right? And we have considered the discharging time as t. Okay, so 0 to t is the time period now. Okay, so for this, if you try to find the RMS value, okay, this is nothing but the ripple. So if you try to find the RMS value of this ripple, then it will be equal to Vs by root 3. Okay, this much you need to write in the exam. You need not derive the complete derivation. I have derived it only for your reference. Okay, so anybody have doubts here? Please ask me. Anybody have doubts here? Please ask me. Anybody have doubts here? Yashwant, are you there? Yashwant? Yashwant?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ankit? 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 Akshita? Akshita? Akshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding, ma? Akshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding? You
Yes,
want me to
ma'am.
repeat any step anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Amrita?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you understanding the derivation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the equation directly you can write after this step. After this step here, after this you can just write the statement that as the waveform looks like the sawtooth waveform, which is nothing but the triangular function. So for the triangular function, the RMS value is Vs by root 3. Okay, so now what I'll do, if this VR RMS value, what I'll do, I will multiply and divide with 2. I can do that, right? It will not change the meaning because this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. It will be like same only. Okay. Now, just 2 Vs. Vs is nowhere there in our expression. So, but this 2 Vs, where is it? From here to here, what is your waveform? VR peak to peak. VR peak to peak, right? That is what the waveform, what we did, we have approximated it to the sawtooth waveform and we have brought it to the ground level. Okay, so this from here to here, this entire thing represents VR peak to peak, and this VR peak to peak value here is nothing but 2 Vs. Okay, so instead of 2 Vs, what I can do is I can write as VR peak to peak divided by 2 root 3. Anybody have doubts here? Please let me know. Anybody has doubts here? Please let me know. Okay, so now I've got VR peak to peak, and we already derived the expression for VR peak to peak. What is that? Vm by FRC. Okay. So in place of VR peak to peak, I'll write as Vm by FRC. FRC divided by 2 root 3. Okay, this is nothing but VR RMS value. Okay, now I have calculated in gamma, I have calculated VR RMS value, and I also know what is VDC. Okay, now substitute everything in this. VR RMS is nothing but Vm divided by FRC. Okay, here only I'll write as Vm by 2 root 3 FRC. Vm by 2 root 3 FRC. So here I can write as VR RMS is nothing but Vm divided by 2 root 3 FRC divided by VDC. We have got VDC as Vm, right? So substitute that. So this Vm and this Vm will get cancelled. So finally my gamma is nothing but 1 by 2 root 3 FRC. Okay, so this is the ripple factor of your half wave rectifier. So you need to remember this formula as well. So in the exam, they may give the frequency of the input signal, they may give you the R value, they may give you the C value, and they'll ask you to calculate the ripple factor for that particular circuit. So by properly choosing R and C value, you will be able to control the ripple factor. Okay, so this is all related to the derivation corresponding to half wave rectifier with C filter. Okay, anybody have doubts here? Please let me know, because the next derivation will become easy for you. The next derivation will become easy for you. Okay, so let me just open the notes where I have simplified. Where is it? Notes. Module 1. Where I have derived the equation for a sawtooth waveform. Here. So VR peak to peak I have got. VR peak to peak I have got. VR peak to peak I have got. Then after, this is for full wave rectifier. Let me go with the half wave rectifier. VR peak to peak I have got. Then after that I've got VDC, and then like since VR peak to peak is high, it can be negligible. So VDC will become VM. Okay, now okay, fine. Again VDC I have represented as VDC by R will give you IDC, so that IDC I have represented. So instead of VDC by R, I have represented it as IDC. That's it. Okay, because sometimes they may give, instead of VDC, they may give you IDC value. So in that case, it will help you. Okay, that's it. Then I need to find the ripple factor. Ripple factor is nothing but VR RMS divided by VDC. So this is the ripple. So this is a signal. Okay, this blue one is nothing but the output signal. So what I have done, I have just like approximated to. I have just approximated to some sawtooth waveform. Then after that, I have removed the offset. Okay, so which offset removing in the sense, if you observe, it is clamped signal. It is a clamped signal. So if you will see, the DC level for this will be above 0. Okay, so I have removed that offset so that it has come to the ground point. Instead of taking the VS something, I have just taken as VM only, whatever it might be. Now what you need to do, you need to find the equation for this straight line. So equation for this straight line is found by using y is equal to mx plus c, and m is nothing but the slope I have calculated. Then to get the intercept, c is nothing but the intercept, I have substituted 0, Vm, so that I'll be able to find the intercept, because here if you just observe, it is passing through 0, Vm point. See, here I have the maximum value Vm, and the time x-axis is 0 and y-axis is Vm. So that I have substituted, and then I have got the equation for what is it? Equation for V of t as like this. V of t equation like this. Okay, then what I did, I have substituted, I have taken the RMS value. Okay, RMS value. Then simplify the expression, substitute the limits, everything. So finally, I have got as VRMS value is nothing but Vm by √3. Okay, instead of Vm, I have told you Vs. Okay, so here why I have taken, when I was explaining why I have taken as Vs is, if I write as Vm, you may get confused. So that's the reason I changed the notation there. That's it. So 2 Vm is nothing but VR peak to peak by 2√3. So finally, I have substituted VRMS and VDC. So we have got as 1 by 2√3 RFC. Okay, so in the exam, they may give you the value of R, they may give you the input frequency, input signal frequency, and they may give you the capacitor value, and then ask you to calculate the ripple factor. Okay, so that's all with this derivation. Anybody have got any doubts with respect to this derivation, you please let me know. Everybody in the class, ma. Everybody. Today I'll give you the assignment, okay, not the quiz. I'll give you the assignment related to this half-wave rectifier with C filter only, and also like full-wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. Because first IA have not included full-wave rectifier and the bridge rectifier. So from there, I'll give you the assignment and I'll put the deadline as tomorrow. Is it fine? I'll make the deadline as tomorrow.
Ma'am, Monday, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Monday.
to day after tomorrow. Yes, ma'am, Monday.
Monday, okay. But why I want to make give the less deadline is you people may forget about it. Okay, so that's why I thought
No,
I'll
ma'am.
give it. Okay, fine. But I'll make it Monday only. But don't forget to submit it. Okay, that's what I was telling you continuously. Like people may ask us, the higher authorities or the principal may ask us to take all the marks, whatever he scored in quizzes and this one, quiz and assignment. Okay, so only when you are uploading it in the right time, I'll be able to give you the full marks. Okay, so please make a note of it. And we are not sure whether they'll ask or not, but let us prepare for it. Okay, that's what I mean to say. I was telling this continuously because you people, most of you are not most few of you are not submitting the assignments or quizzes. That is the reason I just wanted to inform you. Okay, fine. Now let us go to, this is all related to the half wave rectifier. Okay, now let us go to the full wave rectifier. Ripple factor for full wave rectifier. Ripple factor for full wave rectifier with C filter. Okay, so here the diagram, as you know, you will have two diodes. It can be either center tapped or bridge, anything is fine. So we'll have two diodes. You can do it. Now what we'll do, we'll have the resistor here. And then the other end of the resistor is connected to the center tap. Okay, and filter in the sense you should have some capacitor in parallel with the load. Load here is R. Okay, so again, if you just observe for the positive, take only the rectifier part. Rectifier part, what it will do when it is, so this is my input signal. This is my input signal. For positive half, I'll get the voltage like this, and for the negative half also, I'll get the voltage like this. Okay, so both the cycles are getting rectified here. So let me take a different pen now. Okay, so when you are giving it to the see when it, since you have the capacitor in between, what happens for the positive half cycle, the diode D1 will be forward bias and the diode D2 will be reverse bias. So what happens, the diode D1 will be forward bias in the sense it will short here, so the capacitor will start charging, so it will charge to the peak value. Okay, so when the positive half cycle is there, the diode D2 will be off, in the sense like it will be closed circuit. Okay, so now what is happening, because of this closed circuit, the capacitor is charging. Okay, it will charge to the peak value. So peak value in the sense here VC will become VM and here it is VN. Okay, so VC will become VM, in the sense like it will charge to the peak value. Charge to the peak value. After the peak value, the next value will be less, in the sense the voltage here, VC voltage will be greater than VN. Vin will be less than Vm only, right? Because after this point, see, I have the signal like this. Okay, so after the maximum value, the next value will be less than this maximum value, right? So then only I'll call it as maximum. So what happens? This diode will also be open. Okay, because this is your P and this is your N. Okay, the voltage which is connected to the N type is more when compared to the P side. Okay, so that is the reason what happens, the diode will be open circuited. Since it is open circuited, what happens, the capacitor will start discharging. So it will discharge. One second, I'm getting a call from my HOD. Hello, mom. Oh. I'm sorry for the interruption. Here what happens, the VC voltage will be greater than the VIN voltage, because of which the diode will be open circuited. So the diode is open, this side also it is open and this side also it is open. So it will start discharging. So for the negative half cycle, what happens? This diode D2 will be forward biased and this will be open. Okay, so again this discharging will happen until the voltage, the VC voltage here is less than this VIN voltage. Okay, so once this VIN is greater than the VC voltage, what happens? Again it will start charging. Again it will discharge, start charging, discharge, start charging. So if you just see the waveform, it will be like this. If you just see the waveform, let me take two different colored pens. So I'll just take the rectified output only, because I'll get accordingly. Okay, so let me take a different colored pen. So what happens? It will charge to the peak value and then it will discharge. Charge to the peak value, then it will discharge. It will charge to the peak. It will charge to the peak value, then discharge. Charge to the peak value, and then it will discharge. So this is how the waveform will be. So how we have done there, in the same way we need to do here. So this is the peak value. So from here to here, it is the discharging time. Let me name this as T1, and from here to here, it is nothing but T2. Okay, so here if you observe, T1 plus T2 is equal to, what will be the time period here? What will be the time period here, ma'am? In the full wave rectifier, it was T. So can anybody tell me what will be the time period here? Have you understood my question? Is my question clear to you?
Can you repeat?
I will repeat. See, the question here is, so you understood the waveform, right? How I'm getting the waveform is clear, right? How I'm getting this waveform is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now my question is, so if you take the half wave rectifier output signal, so from here to here, whatever I have taken, wait, let me go back. See, T1 plus T2 I have represented as T. Okay, so for one complete cycle. Okay, so from here it will start and from here, until here. Okay, so and here it is the like full wave from here to here, whatever T1 plus T2 I have taken as T. Now my question here is, what will be a T1 plus T2 here? Leave about charging time is more, discharging time is more, leave about that, which is more, which is less, you would leave about it. But what I want you to tell me is, from here to here, what will be the time period?
T by 2.
T by 2, very good. Can you tell me, who is this? Who has answered me? Karthik? Who is that?
Kaustubh.
Kaustubh. Kaustubh. Tell me, Kaustubh, how it is T by 2?
Ma'am, 2
T
half
by 2
waves.
is right. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. So here the time period T1 plus T2 is T by 2, because if you just observe, so this is, I'll take different colored pen. Okay. So the sinusoidal signal is in this way, right? So from here to here is your one time period, right? From here to here is one time period T. Okay. Now I'm taking half of it. Okay. So T by 2. Hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the only difference I was talking now, it is this t by 2. Okay, apart from this, rest all the derivation will remain same. Okay, only thing is instead of t, wherever you have substituted t there, you need to take t by 2. That's it. That's it. Here derivation changes. Okay, so here again, as the charging time, as a, as a charging time is very less when compared to the discharging time, we can approximate t1 to t by 2. Okay, so this is with this assumption we can proceed with our derivation. Okay, so let me do it tomorrow because I've got a call, I have to go there. So anybody have doubts, because if I start that I cannot leave you in between. Okay, so that's why I will just wind up here. I just want to show you like what is this t1 plus t2. That's why I was just waiting. Okay, so I've got that t1 plus t2 is equal to t by 2 as the answer. Very good, Kaustup. Okay, and that's all for now. If anybody have any doubts, you please ask me. And today I am going to give you the assignment. Okay, make sure that you all attempt that assignment. Anybody want me to just
Okay, ma'am.
what Ashwin?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
No doubt. Okay, okay, fine. Others in the class,
No doubt, ma'am.
all of you are understanding. I am believing that you people are understanding, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. That's all. No, that's all for now. That's it. If anybody want me to explain anything until here, from half wave rectifier with the C filter and full wave rectifier with C filter until here, you can ask me. Otherwise, the class is done for the day. From here, the rest of the derivation will carry forward. And if anybody is interested, you can just try this on your own tomorrow. Like you can just tell me whether you people have tried or not. Okay, just try it. See, trying is not wrong, right? So you just try it now itself. Anyway, you don't have the class now, right? You don't have any class after my class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am,
Just
no class.
just sit and try. Okay, so finally what expression you'll get, I'll give you. Gamma will be equal to 1 by 4 root 3 FRC. This is for your full wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier we have got as gamma is equal to 1 by 2 root 3 FRC. Okay, and I'll give you one more hint also. Your VRRMS of your see, still this will be like the sawtooth waveform only. Okay, because we are neglecting this one, so it means that it is almost zero only. Okay, so even this is nothing but the triangular signal. Any triangular signal, your VRRMS value will be always equal to Vm by root 3 or Vs by root 3, anything you take. Okay, anything you take, so that 2 Vs by 2 root 3 will be equal to Vr peak to peak divided by 2 root 3. This I am giving you. You have to just find Vr peak to peak equation and VDC equation. Okay, hope you people will try. Okay, I've got to go. Let me just wind up the meeting. Okay, please try this derivation now. Okay, everybody, because if you close the book now, you'll forget to do it. So make sure you do it now itself. Okay, try it similarly. However, we did the previous derivation in the same way. You just try it. Okay, thank you. If anybody have anything to say, you can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.